CVCA, home of the Royals. This is Holy Name versus CVCA Baseball on your home for all Holy Name sports, Holy Name Athletics YouTube. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Cuyahoga Falls for this battle between Holy Name and CVCA. I am Nathan Smee on the call for this afternoon alongside me, Mr. Tim Nichols. First pitch put in play is sent right to center field. Worshing catches it for out number one.
Nate, good to be with you today, and pleasure to have me.
It's going to be a good game today. Tim Nichols is the voice of CVCA, if you will, as he commentates, I believe. Now, let's get this right. As you've added some sports, football, hockey, you've done basketball, but now you're adding lacrosse.
We did our first lacrosse game last night, Nate, and back at it this morning here with you.
First pitch of this at-bat finds his own 0-1 count to begin this at-bat on Adam Humanick, the senior shortstop, going into today's game. Adam Humanick batting .225. And on the mound today for the visitors,
Matt Porter.
Matt Porter, there you go.
Matt Porter, a two-sport athlete, hockey player, and baseball. Second of three Porter brothers here at CVCA.
The 1-1. Sent to the same place. The first pitch that was put in play was as Humanick gets this one to fall for a one-out base hit.
And as they say oftentimes, there goes the no-hitter.
There you go.
And the Royals did have a no-hitter earlier this week against Manchester on Monday. John Harabedian, playing shortstop today, authored that gem.
And going back to that Manchester series, it was a tale of two different games. One game 1-0, the other one 16-3.
It just shows, or goes to show that you're only as good as your starting pitching, I think.
And now with one away, up steps Dom Marchetta. The pitch as Humanick slips and goes, swing and a miss. The throw is not in time. Humanick just on in. Weehe's throw was just a little bit off to the left. If it was there, Humanick was beat after the slip.
And that's his third stolen base of the season so far for Humanick. He's now in scoring position for the Namers.
Marchetta, so far this year, batting .189, known for his pitching. We'll see him Monday as Holy Name takes on Normandy. Porter keeping a close eye over at second base as Marchetta will step out and call time. It's a 0-1 count on the junior. In the on-deck circle, another junior, J.R. Sastry, the Ignatius transfer. Porter sets and delivers. Curveball nicks the corner. 0-2 count on Marchetta.
He got that call. Looked like it was trending just a bit outside, but just edged the corner of the plate.
It was a perfect breaking ball. It broke at the right time and just clipped the corner where it needed to. Now an 0-2 count. Can Porter get out number two? Yes, he can. Marchetta cuts on through for out number two.
So we'll set the defense for CVCA with two down here in the first inning. They've got Shaw in left, Worshing in center, Wiggers in right field, Connor McGow at third base in the infield, John Harabedian at short, Hernandez at second base, Nicky Ravelli at first, Porter the pitcher, and Ryan Weehee the catcher behind the plate.
Now here comes J.R. Sastry trying to break down that defense. Nice curveball once again finds his zone. Matthew Porter has a nasty curveball. We're seeing that early.
Likes to rely on that off-speed pitch, keep batters off balance. Wind is blowing out here about 15 miles an hour after a strong line of thunderstorms came through in the 7 o'clock hour this morning. The sun is out, though, at game time, but if Sastry can get into one, he can send it into that nice gale out to center field. Almost
had a home run yesterday at EC. Cuts on through that one. He's trying to see the fence. Now he's down 0-2 in the count.
Now he'll have to protect.
In the on-deck circle for the Green Wave is the sophomore Nick Nemeth. Humanick in scoring position after a one-out single. Can Matthew Porter get out of the inning unscathed? Here comes his 0-2 delivery. Send to left side, skips on the base. That's a base hit for Sastry. Humanick will run and will score. Sastry trying to leg out a double. The throw is in time. The tag is in time. A nice play from left field to retire the side via Shaw, but not before Sastry did the job. Middle of one, Holy Name leads 1-0. Back on in the home half of the first, Holy Name scores one via an RBI single from Ishmael Sastry. And a nice throw in left field from Kyle Shaw. Retired Sastry trying to leg out a double. Now brings CVCA to the sticks down 1-0. Just tuning in, I am Nathan Smee. Alongside me at the call for this afternoon, CVCA Livestream's very own Mr. Tim Nichols.
Thanks, Nate. Julian Hernandez will lead off for the Royals. He's batting .372, no home runs. 3 runs batted in, but he sets the table at the top of the order for CVCA.
And his job this afternoon, we break down Holy Name starting pitcher Joey Ragone in his 3rd appearance on the campaign. Ragone's first pitch of the game is sent into left field. Frank will go and greet it and snag it for out number 1. It's 1 pitch and 1 out for the neighbor defense.
Hernandez got a solid drive out to left center field, but it held up.
Thought he had the wee-hee distance for a second as he set 1 yard earlier this campaign. And as well, going into today's contest, CVCA 9 wins in a row. They are 9-0 in Ohio. They are 1-3 out of state, though.
The Royals went to Tennessee during spring break, and it's a bounding ball towards short.
Wow. Well, we have another out. We will not. It goes over Sastry's head. So we have 2 pitches and 2 balls put in play. Did not expect to see that.
I think they're going to give the left fielder for CVCA, Shaw, a base hit on that one. Looked like he was close to lugging it out. We'll wait for the official scoring to come through.
Just depends on where it was. The speedier guys I'm more likely to give the base hit to. Then again, on my scoring, you'll see things. If it hits the first baseman in the chest, which this one didn't, you don't really score it in an E3. But if it's hitting the chest, you got it. Throwback not in time. Sastry will apply the tag late.
They do give Shaw a single on that play as he lugged it out. It was a high throw, but he did not advance, so 1 hit apiece.
To quote you last inning, there goes the no-hit.
It does, early. We're going to see a lot of balls in play today.
Would expect to see it. The pitch. The first one not put in play is a ball outside. Nice block from Nate Sank behind the dish.
Ryan Weehee batting 3rd for the Royals, .333 on the season. That single home run, 12 runs batted in.
Ragone sets and delivers the 1-0. Once again missing off the play. A little closer this time, but a 2-0 count nonetheless. Ragone so far in the campaign in 3.1 innings worked, 4 Ks, but 3 walks. Here comes the 2-0. Skips away from Sank, goes to the left. Shaw will easily get into second base.
That one bounced in there, so they'll probably give a wild pitch on that play, although it could have been playable by the catcher.
So now 3-0 count. The walks in yesterday's game really killed Holy Name. In the 7th inning, the bases were locked, loaded. If that had not happened, this is a 4-11 baseball team posted 3-12. The 3-0.
Look out, inside.
And that's a 4-pitch walk.
Weehee draws the free pass to first, and the Royals have runners on first and second with 1 down.
And now here comes one of the 2 Royals who I've played baseball with, Nicky Ravelli, the first baseman.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Nicky last year, at a time where we needed him, he came in. Not many players for the Strongsville Stingrays last year, but Joe Holzman, who's in the dugout this afternoon for the Royals, convinced Nicky to come on over. I believe Cleveland Heights was his first game. Played a couple games, then Joe tore his ACL against Berea Mid-Park. I have a story about that one. We'll see if Joe gets in the game where we can tell it. Joe is not going to like the story. But then, at that point, Nicky could have easily walked. No. He stayed with the team and finished the year. That's the character of Nicky Ravelli. Ragone's first offering to him. Finds the zone to get right pitch. 0-1.
The Royals cleanup hitter, .351. 8 runs batted in, and he's got a runner in scoring position right here in the bottom of the first inning.
It's an 0-1 Ragone trying to keep a close eye on Shaw over at 2 as he delivers. Piled away to the backstop.
Good pitch right there, good cut. Just missed it.
Going back to Ravelli this past summer, even in that game, he's a leader. When I was struggling to hit the ball, gave me a couple adjustments. The next game, got 2 hits.
There you go.
He made simple adjustments that were very effective. I could see him being a future high school baseball coach. Ground ball left side it goes. Sneaks past Preisel and Humanick. Shaw will round and attempt to score. Frank the Chuck into the cutoff. No throw home. It's a tie ball game.
That ball got by both the shortstop and the third baseman. It was a seeing eye single. Got the job done, and the Royals tie it at 1.
Nicky Ravelli does his job in the cleanup role. Now here comes Harabedian in for his first cuts. The shortstop so far in the campaign batting a solid .353 with 8 RBIs and has RBI number 9 in scoring position.
You talked about an ACL. John Harabedian came back from an ACL tear a year ago, missed the entire season. He's a strong pitcher for the Royals, playing shortstop today. He had that no-hitter against Manchester on Monday.
Can he use his pitcher prowess to get in the minor Ragone? It skips away from Sank. That's a second pass ball. Again, this one a traditional pass ball.
The Royals runners move up. And now Harabedian has a pair of runners in scoring position.
So a single can get him double-digit RBIs on the campaign.
He's got 8 so far this season, looking for 9 and possibly 10 if he can put the ball in play.
Sastry will jog on to the cutoff of the grass. A 1-0. Leaves it up, 2-0 count. The Neighbor defense just needs to kind of settle in here. You have the 1 out, courtesy of the flyout that started the inning. You can't turn 2 right now. You just need to find 1, preferably a strikeout. It's
that is not a
left.
strikeout. That's going to be deep to left center field.
It drops past Frank. It's a base hit. Stays in play. 1 run will score. Ravelli will jog on in as well. It's a 2 RBI double for John Harabedian, giving the Royals a 3-1 lead.
Second double of the season for Harabedian. RBIs 9 and 10 for the Royals junior.
If you wanted to see a slugfest, you're in the right place, ladies and gentlemen.
I think we're going to see plenty of runs today.
We expect to see the quite opposite from CVCA's neighbors as they're in Brookside Reservation right now taking on Ignatius.
And that will probably be the last reference to them today. Perhaps.
Unless they lose today. Then I'm sure
Perhaps
they'll
then.
come back.
All right, 1 down, setting it up.
Cut outside, goes past Sank. So now the 4th run's 90 feet away.
Luke Wiggers at the plate.
I believe as well when you talk about left tackles, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he was a lineman for CVCA.
He was a lineman for CVCA this year.
As well as speaking on Ragone, a wide receiver and D lineman going into this year, stayed a D lineman for 2023, but also moved to left tackle based on necessity. Here comes Ragone's 0-1. So he misses on 1 in a zone this time. Nothing in 2 count on the senior. And the on-deck circle is Connor McGowl, the 3rd baseman.
Harabedian leads off 3rd.
Point needs out number 2. And they get it. Excellent off-speed from Ragone, retires Wiggers. So each pitcher now has a K apiece, and here comes Connor McGowl.
McGow settling in this year for CVCA, a new addition.
A sophomore batting 156 on the campaign, but 2 RBIs and more importantly, 2 doubles. He can get RBI number 3 right here. It's off the plate as Sank goes to greet it in the other batter's box. 1-0 count.
We did not set the defense. We could do that after this pitch.
Haven't really seen much of the defense on the right side of the infield. The pitch. Sends into left. It's going to go foul. Frank will try to get it. And he will dive.
What an effort.
That's Harry Frank for you. All right, let's set the defense for you. On the bump, obviously, you got Joey Ragone. Behind the dish, Nate Sank. Over at first, JR, a.k.a. Ishmael. Really flip those two. Sastry. Over at second base, the freshman Joe Svets. At short, Adam, a.k.a. Himmy Humanik. Third base, got Brendan Preisel. Brother pitches from Miami. In left field, Harrison Frank, future QB1. In center field, Nick Nemeth. And in right, Dom Marchetta, a.k.a. P.O. Dom. A lot of nicknames for this Namer team, as there's a lot of different roles these guys have. Last year, Dom Marchetta in right was usually, I should say really strictly a PO. Then you go center field, Nick Nemeth, 3-sport athlete, football player, gonna play some wide receiver next year, star wrestler. Left field's Harrison Frank, his future QB1. This pitch skied. Sastry will try to get it, so will Sank. Sastry can't get it as he reaches with the bare hand, can't get it.
Not recommended.
Not at all.
He overran that ball coming in, tried to reach back with his right hand, the bare hand, and the Royals batter, Connor McGow, lives for another pitch.
And going back to the infield for some nicknames, Himmy Humanik, that one came courtesy of a half-court shot he hit against Strongsville in 2022 at the buzzer. Over at the hot corner, Brendan Preisel. Whole name knows the Preisel name very well, as Connor currently pitches for Miami. The 2-2 from Ragone, sent into left center. Nemeth will go to get it, dives. Does he have it? Yes, he does. That retires the side. A nice catch in center field from Nemeth.
An outstanding play by Nemeth, ranging to his right. Dove at the last moment, and we had to wait for the umpire's call at second base, but he retires the side on the put out in center.
But nonetheless, CVCA does plenty of damage. It's 3-1 heading into the second. Back on top of the second inning at CVCA. The Royals had a great first inning as they lead 3-1. If you're just tuning in, I am Nathan Smee alongside me, Tim Nichols of CVCA Livestream with a call for you this afternoon. First pitch will stay in play and be caught. An excellent snag behind the dish from Ryan Weehee to get the inning underway.
Ryan Weehee, a stellar athlete, solid catcher, backstop for the Royals, ranged under that and stayed with it.
So now here comes Brendan Preisel in for his first cuts of this afternoon's ball game.
We are sitting right next to Mr. and Mrs. Preisel, who just informed us that there's no hard Z in that name.
So now here, once again, comes a pitch from Porter. Second pitch of the inning will go outside. So 1-0 count. The windup, and now the pitch from Porter. Misses off the plate once again.
Preisel 259 on the season. Looking to get on here for the Namers.
The pitch. Misses another. I say it just clips the corner. 2-1. Looked initially to be missing, but
I agree with you, but we are not wearing blue.
Weehee an excellent frame. The 2-1. That one missing offside.
That looked nearly identical, but slightly further to the outside. It's 3-1.
It's hard to get that call on the breaking on that pitch. You see the glove move. A lot less movement on that first one. I think that's why it was called a strike.
I think you are correct.
Like that one's messed up.
No doubt about that one. And Preisel draws a walk.
So with one away, up steps Harrison Frank, the left fielder, for his first cut to this ball game.
You mentioned QB1, correct? Future?
Yes, sir.
Next year?
He'll be QB1 next year. He played the second half of the Canfield game in place of Andrew Cole.
What year is he?
He is a sophomore.
All right, so we'll see him in the new conference down the road.
And after Frank, the line of succession probably goes to Connor Jameson, a current freshman.
So CVCA and Holy Name will be in the same conference next year, come the August start of the school year.
Going to be a good conference. Pitch next to corner, nothing in one count. I mean, it's really going to be a lot of close conferences. You're not going to see one team dominate. Throwback. Is it in time? No.
Ravelli drops the tag just right after the Preisel dives back into first base.
0-1.
So we're referring to the new North Coast Conference. CVCA and holy name, along with Elyria Catholic, Padua.
Runner goes. The throw. It's a good throw from Weehee. He is responsible for 2 outs now with an excellent chuck to second.
Ryan Weehee with a gun to second base.
If you're holding him, how do you respond?
Well, you got to get a hit. But Weehee with a nice play to record the first out and the foul out, and then gunning down the runner Preisel at second. Now 0-2.
Here comes Matthew Porter. Ground ball left side, it goes. McGow chucks across to Ravelli. It's high. He snags it. That retires the side. An excellent throw across the diamond, but set up by Ryan Weehee behind the dish. Talk about him for a second. He had an excellent inning.
Ryan Weehee, you talked about quarterbacks. He started the season at quarterback for the Royals, played last year, and then moved to defensive back. Multi-sport athlete, and really baseball is his primary.
You can tell it's his primary. Middle of 2, the Royals up by 2. Back on in the bottom of the second inning. CVCA up 3-1 and looking for more. It's the 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up this inning. I am Nathan Smee alongside Mr. Tim Nichols of CVCA Livestream on the call for you this afternoon. Before I turn things over to you, a score update for Brookside. It's 1-1 in the Battle of the Jesuits as Ignatius is tied with Walsh.
There you go.
We'll try to keep you updated on that game as score results come on in.
All right, so I'll take it from here, I guess it sounds like. We're going the pitcher as the Royals bat in the bottom of the second inning. Matt Porter up for the Royals. First pitch high and inside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Porter getting the start today. Not a ton of at-bats for Matt Porter. Just 3 so far this season, so he's leading the team in hitting at .667.
We'll take the stat. The pitch from Ragone sends into left field. It's over Frank. Will he go and get it? Yes, he will. Goes over that back shoulder and is able to retire Porter. CVCA has hit the weight room, you can tell.
There's a brand new weight room in the back of the school here. Second year for this wonderful new facility. And most of the teams taking advantage of it. Head coach Nick Cook, the head football coach, also the head strength and conditioning coach here at CVCA, done a great job.
But the way the ball is leaving the bat is unmatched to most of these teams that Holy Name has seen. The only real comparison is St. V's, who you guys actually saw a couple weeks ago.
That was a great game here. The Royals defeating St. V, only the second loss that St. V has had all season. CVCA won that going away 7-2, kind of a surprising outcome for those that are looking just at the ratings and the rankings. But CVCA won that, one of the 9 straight they have recorded in the win column.
Ground ball right up to Ragone, goes through his legs. Fetz at 2, gets it, chucks in time as Sastry reaches it for out number 2.
Just how they drew it up in the Holy Name dugout.
It's exactly how Coach Rosetta drew it up.
That's picking up your pitcher right there. Nice job by the second baseman.
And going back to that CVCA St. V's game, St. V's then replied with plenty of anger. Devon Lehman the next day, I believe it was the next day in the Padua game, hit a grand slam that ended up being the difference as they won by 3 in that game. And now we go back to the top. Julian Hernandez wants to add a little bit of power to his swing, as last time up he hit it right to Frank in left. That was the pitch to turn on.
It was.
Said it a couple times last week at Brecksville and Nemeth's at bat. The ball was just hanging on in, bases loaded. Why not take a crack at it? This time, bases cleared. It's
nothing in one. Exactly.
What can you do with 2 away? The pitch from Rigaud. Sent up the gut. That's a base hit. It finds some grass as it rolls to Nemeth. Nice bit of hitting from Hernandez. Straightened it out a little bit more.
Solid line drive right up the middle, and the Royals have a base runner with 2 down.
And now here comes Kyle Shaw, the left fielder. Besides the base hit, also had the put out of Sastry, who tried legging out a double back in the first. So Sastry will work over at first, trying to hold him on.
Shaw back from the left side. There goes the runner.
The throw from Sank off to the left. Humanek in front of the bag, not inside. So once again, for the second inning in a row, CVCA will have a stolen bag leading to a man in scoring position.
Another chance here for the Royals to add to their lead here with 2 down. Looking for a 2-out rally.
They've had some rest over the last couple of days. Holy Name has been playing pretty much every single day this week. If the Valley Forge game was not canceled on Tuesday, they had a game every day since Monday.
Now the Royals pretty busy as well. They did have a day off yesterday, but that was the first day off, I think, all week. With all the rainouts in the early part of the season, the schedule does get quite backloaded for a lot of teams here in Northeast Ohio. Nice curveball. He gets a strike out of it, I believe.
He does, evens it up. But as well, both teams get back at it Monday, I believe, in conference tilts for each team, with CVCA traveling to Orville, that game being a series splitting days. I believe it was Monday and Wednesday they played. It's awkward the way they did it.
Yeah, there's a lot of travel in the PAC schools, so the Royals will get a day off in between games.
I'm sure that will not be missed in the conference, all the travel.
No.
But there'll be still plenty of traveling in the new one.
There's plenty of travel going north from here in Cuyahoga Falls, north and west. The families that come from Stark County and Summit County and points south will get used to traveling north a little bit more.
Welcome to Chardon.
There you go.
NVCL.
There you go.
I mean, the furthest drive, I believe, for pretty much every team. As the 2-1 pitch from Rigaud, sent into right field. Marchetta goes to get it on the line. His hat falls down, and just like he's pitching, but it retires the side. End of 2 in Cuyahoga Falls. The Royals up 3-1. Eight, 9, and 1 hitters due up in the third for the Green Wave as we're back underway at Cuyahoga Falls. As Holy Name looks to get a couple runs back as they trail 3-1 to the Royals.
Matt Porter's been efficient through 2, just 20 pitches. Here's his first of the third inning.
fouled away by Alexic, nothing in one count. Alexic, the batting average, not quite the best. Actually, no, it's really improved since the last time I checked. Correction, 273. He's hit well the last couple of games. I was going to say, despite the average, I believe going 167 into this week, had a triple against Panama that really sparked that rally.
So he's been on fire for the week.
Yes,
Swing and a miss there. Nothing in 2.
I said it earlier this year, compared to last year, Alexic has been much improved, as last year he reached basically on walks exclusively. This year he's able to put the ball in play with plenty of power.
A year of development is often beneficial for pretty much everyone.
This team has a lot of developing to do, given how young they are. It's a 1-2, right down the middle for strike 3 as Alexic cuts on through for out number 1.
The K looking for Porter.
So that'll be K number 2 on the game from Matthew Porter. Now here comes Nate Sank for his first cut to this ball game. Sank going into this afternoon's ball game batting 200, but there was a brief time, because scrimmages were input into Max Preps, that he was the number 1 slugger in all of Ohio. Never forget early March of 2024. It's popped up in a no man's land. Hernandez goes and gets it over at 2 to retire Sank for out number 2.
Another efficient at bat for Matt Porter on the mound.
Now we go back to the top. Svets flew out to begin the game.
When we talked to CVCA coaching staff earlier this year, Coach Jason Herblay was concerned about his pitching depth and how that would play out this year, but it certainly has worked out to the Royals' benefit.
It definitely has. I was talking to you before the game. We said this is the back half of the lineup. I would have been fooled if he said this was their ace. Ground ball left side it goes. This time it doesn't get the lucky bounce that Sastries has. Nothing in 2 count.
Sastry had one of the nicest hits we've seen in some time. Right down the line, right off the top of the bag for the RBI single that got the Namers on the board early in the early 1-0 lead. Now they trail.
Same thing happened last week with a 2-0 lead. 0-2. Ground ball right side it goes. Ravelli bounces. Loses it. Does he get it? No, it bounces out of his glove.
That was a really odd bounce off the lip of the apron right there where the grass meets the dirt, and it evaded the glove of Ravelli at first to see if they score that a hit or an error.
I believe it's an error based on the fact that it was in his glove and it dropped out at the end. That is not Ravelli's fault, though. That's an E3. That's not really an error, but it is at the same time. It's one of those unfortunate ones.
It is unfortunate, and they do score it an error, but
it's one of those unfortunate in-betweeners, if you will. The pitch to Humanek. Curves low, 1-0 count. Humanek, his first time up, had a little bit of a bloop single.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm sure CVCA is not used to having video coverage of their ball games. If they go back and look at that, they may change it in the scorebook.
They might. Misses off the plate, 2-0 count.
And do they keep separate scorebooks? Could be an error in the CVCA scorebook, and if I'm in the neighbor's dugout, I might give them a hit.
There are 3 scorebooks, because I do my scorebook. I call that an E3. I don't know what Hohenheim called it on Game Changer. CVCA called it an error, too. So 2/3
they did.
At minimum, call it an error.
With majority rules, Ravelli has an error in the scorebook. One that he didn't really earn, but you are correct. Despite the odd bounce, he did have a chance to field that and did not field it cleanly. So the runner's on at first, 2 away, and a 3-0 count.
Porter needs a get-right pitch, and that's a get-right pitch right down the pipe. That's a big talking point in high school baseball, as well as the majors. 2-0 count, not really needing a get-right pitch. In high school, baseball or softball, you need a get-right pitch at a 2-0 or a 3-0. The 3-1 finds the corner, a little bit off, but pulled on in. Credit to Weehee, it's a full count.
Humanek and yours truly wondering right where that was. But the count is full now.
In the words of a wise man, you're not playing against the umpire, you're playing for what he gives you. I am that wise man.
And he gave Matt Porter the strike call there. It's a full count. The payoff pitch coming.
Porter trying to get out of the inning. Here it comes. Misses off the plate, so 2 are on. Svets will look and go back to second base, so Don Marchetta has a chance to move the runners with 2 away. Marchetta struck out his first time up.
Porter was cruising along that bad bounce at first, and now he's in a jam. with 2 on and 2 out.
All it takes is one.
Marchetta struck out, you said?
Yes, he did. That was the first K of the game from Porter. His other one coming this inning via Alexic. It's starting to turn into a little bit of a jam for Porter. Missed off the plate, the back pick. What a throw from Weehee.
Safe.
Safe.
The crowd not liking that, and the umpires are going to convene together. The umpire was over by second base position. The play was at first, so he's now going to
There it is.
confer with the home plate umpire, and Weehee with another put out, another assist.
I was even about to say, what was he seeing on that one? That was
The runner
weird.
at first base was a third of the way to second base, and Weehee gunned the ball down to Ravelli, who made the tag, and the home plate umpire overruling the umpire who was at second base. And the Royals retire the Namers in the third.
With that tag, I'm pretty sure Ravelli forgiven for the error.
I think so.
We go to the bottom of the third. CVCA up by 2. The arguably 3 best Royals do up this inning, starting with Ryan Weehee, then Ravelli and Harabedian, closing out the 3 due up this inning. It's going to be a great inning.
And how often does it happen? You make a great play in the field and you lead off the next inning. Ryan Weehee has arguably made the greatest impact on this game so far, throwing out 2 runners on the base paths from his catching spot, and a great play in foul ground to retire another batter. Weehee leads off here in the 3rd inning.
Also has a walk to his name thus far that he ended up scoring off of. Ragone coming set, had a good second inning. Can he repeat it in the 3rd? Starts off with a pop-up, goes to right field. Sastry gets it in the infield for out number 1.
Weehee swung at that pitch. It was a little high and inside as it had movement on it, and inside out of that to the first baseman, Sastry.
So here comes Ravelli. Once again, you said not often you have a chance to make a big play and then back it up at the sticks. Ravelli has a chance to do so now. RBI single, his first time up. Had the nice tag to end the away half of the 3rd.
Ragone 1 pitch, 1 out.
The pitch. Excellent curve from Ragone. Nothing will count.
Ravelli had an adventurous top of the inning. See what he can do right here.
Ragone will shake off a couple pitches from Sank, as he will come set to 0-1 count, 1 away, 3-1 CVCA lead. Sends up the gut into center field. Nemeth jogs to greet it and retrieves it for out number 2.
Can of corn for Nemeth in center field, and Ragone cruising through the bottom of the 3rd inning.
And the cruising might have to stop as John Harabedian, who had an RBI double his first time up, steps back into the box. It was a 2-out quote-unquote rally for Holy Name in the away half of the inning. Can CVCA repeat it? The pitch from Ragone finds the corner, nothing a 1 count. For Holy Name in the top of the 4th, it'll be Marchetta, Sastry, and Nemeth to do up. It'll be a big inning for them if they can try to claw their way back in this game. The 0-1.
At 3-1, still anybody's game here.
If you're holding aim, you don't want to save this one for late. At the same time, you don't want to pressure yourself getting a bunch of runs in one inning. You got to space it out. If it's 3-2 going into the 5th, I feel like that's a success. The 1-1. Finds the corner, 1-2 count, and Joey Rigo does his best Don Marchetta impression with the hat falling off.
Arabidi needs to protect here now with a 1-2 count.
Can Rigo get the Royals in order?
Yes,
he can, but the throw will have to confirm it. It will. Rigo gets the Royals in order. He cruised through that inning, and Holy Name can hopefully ride that momentum. Now into the 4th, it's still a 3-1 ball game. The run seemingly drying up. Can the Namer offense explode when we return? Back on to the top of the 4th at Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy. Very confusing. The city's Cuyahoga Falls Valley Christian Academy.
CVCA, make it easy on yourself.
CVCA, there we go. Trying to differentiate. Too used to the high school at the end of it. Nope, it's just an academy. But nonetheless, it's 3-1.
Marchetta back at the plate. He was up when the runner was gunned down at first in the last inning.
Pitch from Porter. Misses off the plate. 1-0 count to begin Dom's second at bat. Struck out his first time up.
We begin this inning, 1 run, 2 hits, no errors for the Namers. 3 runs, 4 hits, 1 error for CVCA.
Finds a zone. That pitch evens it up at 1-1. But usually when you look at a game, the team with more errors usually loses. In this game, arguably there's no errors, but the one, kind of rough. Finds the corner. And by rough, it's not really an error, but it is at the same time.
Yeah, certainly Ravelli made up for that with a tag.
The on-deck circle for the Green Wave, J.R. Sastry. Here comes the 1-2 from Porter. Fouls off of Weehee's head. That's an example of surviving a bat. Just throw the bat out there and pray you get contact. It worked technically.
New ball goes into play for Matt Porter. It's into the 4th inning of work this afternoon.
And he has pitched really well tonight. Get rid of that first inning, pretty much flawless. The 1-2. Skips in the dirt. Now a 2-2 count on Marchetta.
That was about 59 feet instead of 60 feet 6 inches. The count evens at 2 apiece, 2 and 2.
And Marchetta can get on. Sastry has home run power.
He's 1 pitch away.
Good patience there.
The string is out at 3 and 2.
You can tell he wanted to make a cut, but he did the right thing and just pulled back. The big pitch report. He's just trying to get accustomed to the baseball. That's what it appears it is right now. You saw him take an extra second to rub the baseball.
He did.
The 3-2 payoff. Runs in. He loses them. 1-2 to a walk.
Lead-off walk for the Namers.
And it's a big man, J.R. Sastry.
As you said. JR had the single. And the run batted in the first inning.
Yesterday, almost a homer against EC. can he do it against CVCA?
The flag is taut straight out to center.
Got the fight down 0-1 in the count before his first cuts. Right now, the goal is to move the runners along. That's your goal. Porter will set. It's an 0-1 count. Here's the pitch to Ishmael Sastry. Off the dish, 1-1. I said it last thing, I'll say it again. If there's a 3-2 game going into the fifth, Holy Name will take it. Any day of the week right now. Here comes the pitch. Off the plate, 2-1. Porter almost afraid to pitch to Sastry.
I'm not sure if he's afraid to pitch. I think he might be reaching the upper limits of his outing. He had 36 pitches, did check down in the bullpen, no action yet. But in talking to the coaching staff for CVCA, we expect to see at least 2 or 3 pitchers in the afternoon. So Porter trying to fight back here. You got a strike there, 2-2.
Marchetta hanging close to the bag over at first. So get a bigger lead. Time call to Sastry.
The infield, that double play depth.
And you have the guys to do it. Yeah, Harabidi
and Hernandez.
Hernandez made a nice play earlier, catching the pop-up from Sank.
And we did not see great speed from Sastry, so we'll see if he puts the ball in the infield.
He fouls it back. It scares a couple fans.
Royals trying to get a backstop project underway and taken care of this summer. Right now, it's the traditional chain link that protected those fans.
As a broadcaster, I think your next thing is press box.
I'll take a football press box upgrade first.
The 2-2 for Porter. It's sent to the right center. It's shallow. It falls in for a base hit. J.R. Sastry now 2 for 2 on the day. Puts Don Marchetta in scoring position. Can this spark a rally?
Nice piece of hitting right there by Sastry. You mentioned he just came back earlier this week, right?
Yes, he did. Couldn't play Wednesday. The text did not come in time. Thursday got to play, and he has been on fire. I talked to him Wednesday. When I say disappointed, that's an understatement. Even though it was a game where, realistically, we did not need him in that game. We won 10-0. He wants to be out on that field.
Oh, who doesn't? You only get so many games in your career and in a season, and he's making the most of it right here at CVCA this Saturday morning.
Bunt being shot by Nemeth, that's rare for him. A very high bunt at that. It gets to, I believe, the second highest part of the chain link.
Well, rare for him, but the right play right there with runners on first and second, and nobody out, down by 2 runs, trying to move the runners over on a sacrifice into scoring position.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's small ball time.
And he's showing bunt again. Got the bat just hanging on the shoulder. Now he sets up normal.
It's an 0-1 count. I feel like I would not mind him taking a cut here. Keep in mind, last year, he did the only damage against Kenston in the playoffs with a double to right field. That was the pitch to turn on.
It was. Curveball strike. 0-2. Now he's in the hole. McGow steps back a few paces at third base now. He was in on the cusp of the grass.
And last week at Braxville, the curveball froze him a couple times at pitches that he could have tanked. It's an 0-2 count. None away. There's still none away. You have to keep that in mind here. The pitch. Big out number 1 as he gets Tim to chase on one well upstairs and inside.
And there the importance of trying to get that bunt down on the first pitch. Big strikeout for Matt Porter.
And now Brendan Preissel. He's done some damage at points this year. Think Padua, think St. V's. A couple big hits at both those games.
Hernandez playing close to second base to keep Marchetta close. Limit his secondary lead.
Porter sets and delivers. Fires the corner, 0-1 count. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we're seeing some Royals walk on towards the bullpen. Oh, 1 count, 1 out. The pitch Porter. Ground ball, left side it goes. This can be 2. 1 out. Not going to turn 2. It's kiss past Ravelli. Marchetta will take advantage and score. It might be 1 out earned, but nonetheless, there it is. There's the run they wanted. Wait, actually, Sastry's standing over at 2.
Yeah, so wait for the call. You've got the Holy Name manager out at talking to the second base umpire. The run scored, it's going to be an error on Hernandez on the throw to first. There's still only one out on the board.
And now JR will go out back. I don't know what they were talking about.
And now the Royals want an explanation.
And well, probably a mound visit as well. I would assume you're already there. Just talk to your pitcher real quick. Be like, just finish the job. It's 3-2. No harm, no foul.
Jason Herblay still having a discussion. So resetting, Namers get a run on that play, a fielder's choice.
Fielder's choice.
And the batter reaches on the error, but you can't assume the out. So it will be a fielder's choice error on the second baseman. The run scores. Coach Herblay gets his explanation and heads off to the Royals dugout to our left on the third base line. And they're 2 down, runner on first, and it's a 3-2 game now.
What did I say? Going into the fifth, a 3-2 game would be lovely. There's still plenty to do in the bottom half. But you're one step closer.
So Nate, I'm thinking that they're not done. They'd like a 3-3 game or even more.
They would
off
like
Matt
that
Porter
now.
here.
Beggars can't be choosers. You're down in the game. Take your run.
Look out.
Almost hit something. It's a 1-0 count. Now obviously go for the third. The thing for Holy Name is you don't want to have your mindset, we need 5 runs right now.
No, you just want to make contact and put it in play and put pressure on that defense. Throw to first.
Not in time. You gotta go 1 run at a time, 1 base hit, 1 walk, 1 solo bag, 1 anything at a time.
Frank grounded to short his first time up.
The 1-0. He might ground out again, but it sneaks on past Hernandez at 2. 2 are on with 2 away for the green and white. It skips off a glove. Everyone stays put. The tying run now in scoring position.
As we said, you want to put the ball in play, put pressure on the defense. That ball had eyes and made it into right field, and now 2 on, 2 outs.
No one better than Mike O to do it. Can Alexa tie the ball game? It'd be a big hit in his young career. In the on-deck circle for Holy Name will be Nate Smee. Right now, if you're Holy Name, a pass ball would be amazing.
He's been solid behind the plate. Looks to the dugout, gets a sign from the coaching staff now.
Would not be surprised as well to see a back pick to 1 again. It's skied. Is it playable? Yes, it is. It goes on over to 3. McGow gets under it. Just gets it as it almost goes back into fair territory. But that will retire the side. Holy Name gets 1 run back as now Joey Ragone and the defense's turn to hold down the fort. Middle of 4. CVCA leads by 1.
I'm going to need a pronunciation.
beautiful music here at CVCA. Hard-working man, Brooks and Dunn, and Luke Wiggers needs to be a hard-working man right now. Get the Royals run back that they lost in the home half, or the away half of the inning.
So bottom 4 for Wiggers.
And a game that's gone by really quick.
Ragone still on the mound.
His first pitch of the inning skips on in. But looking at a game, this game feels like it's been going on for a while. We're not even at the hour mark yet. But this has been an entertaining game. All the runs to the first, really, except for the one in that last inning. What a random hit. It's a pitcher fielding play for out number 1.
The ball was running in on Wiggers. I think he just tried to get out of the way. It hit the lower part of his bat right back to Ragone, and an easy out at first base.
It's plays like this that make this game so entertaining. It's just the randomness of the sport. Was that on the scorecard today?
It is now.
It is now.
1-3. Connor McGowan there for the Royals, 1 down.
Flew out to center to end the first, his first time up. Skips on in.
And I think you're going to see a pinch hitter for Matt Porter. His day appears to be done.
Pitched well, as it appears to be Jacob Lancey in the on-deck circle. I believe that's number 14. The pitch.
Look out, inside.
Just making sure he's awake in the box. 2-0 count.
He is, and now we are as well.
Correction, number 10 in the on-deck circle. It is Matthew Porter.
You are correct.
Porter will stay on in. I think they're going to ride him as long as they can. The 2-0. Finds his own, 2-1. Yes, you have the day of rest tomorrow, but if you're CVCA going into next week, conference games matter more than this. You want to save your pitcher. Same thing with Holy Name. They're going to ride Ragone until they can.
He's behind 2-1.
The pitch. It's skied. It's going to go over to left center field. Frank will go and greet it. Says hello and snags it for out number 2.
So Porter will bat. And that's 6 straight retired for Ragone.
Hernandez, the base hit the last Royal to reach. Just a very good game, though. I mean, we said it a couple times, but this is turning out to be a diamond classic.
It is.
And the best part is, starting next year, we get to see it twice.
You do.
I say we. I'm not going to be in Holy Name next year. But we still will see it.
The fans will see it. It's done a great job, Nate, with the Holy Name Broadcasting. We've been following you at CVCA Livestream for at least a couple of years.
Since that fateful day in May.
It was.
Shout out Nick Gage?
Nick Gage.
Nick Gage, that excellent goal last year. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Nice off speed.
So for those following along, CVCA and Holy Name got together on the lacrosse field, and one of the great calls probably in your career. Unfortunately, it didn't go the Namers' way, but Nick Cage for CVCA as time expired with a goal to win it for the Royals.
The kid deserved it. He was one heck of a player. The 0-2 curve, swing and a miss on one of the dirt to retire the side. Is thrown on down by Sank.
1-2-3 for Ragone. 7 straight retired by the Namers pitcher, and Holy Name is in it.
So that is now K number 3. We'll stay here for the time being and kind of talk about Holy Name broadcasting section with CVCA Livestream. I'll let you take over the story once again, go back to that day in May.
So we were watching, again, CVCA Livestream, for those watching from Holy Name, was founded during COVID, I think, like a lot of live streams, when Governor DeWine announced we could have football with just 9 days before the season started, but just 15% capacity for fans. The first game CVCA had was down at Fairless, and small stadium. The Fairless AD came back and said they could have 1 parent attend, 1. And so we decided we needed to do something, and something was founding CVCA Livestream. I had not been in any kind of broadcasting role since college, but I did go to Syracuse, and here's a tip for you. I knew I'd work this in at some point. This is, frankly, my second baseball game. The last one was done while I was at Syracuse. It was a Lemoyne College game, and you share now a broadcast seat with Ian Eagle. Ian Eagle from CBS. He's made a career there, was a classmate of mine. We did a Lemoyne broadcast together. He went on to bigger and better and great things, just called the national championship game and
Did a great job at that.
NFL football and many things. I went on to a normal career, but CVCA Livestream happened. Fast forward a couple of years, and we're watching along with you making the call of CVCA and Holy Name and the Nick Gage goal to win it. Tell us your perspective.
Heartbreaking. When you look at that team, that was the team that was built to win. Would we have lost at Walsh? I hate to say it, probably. But when you look at that team, there was talent from top to bottom. Just looking at CVCA's team, it was a team building. This year, they have finally finished that rebuild.
They found their stride. They found their stride. So Gage comes from a lacrosse family. So his sister, Caroline Gage, starred here for 3 years. She's now at the Naval Academy, starting as a freshman for the midshipmen.
I did see that.
They are having a really solid year in the Patriot League. Probably need to win their conference tournament to make the NCAAs. But I think they've only lost 3 times on the entire season. She's playing a defensive midi position, so doesn't get a chance to score nearly as much as she did here at the Royal Stadium. We used to just take wagers on how quickly she'd score, and 7 to 10 seconds was usually about it. But that family is solid on the lacrosse pitch, and Nick's got another couple years in front of him, plus the remainder of this season.
Namers, that kind of efficiency should remind you of Xavier Rodriguez as well. Xavier is nearing history. I believe right now he sits around 10 goals away from becoming the new single-season goal record holder.
That's fantastic.
We'll hopefully have that game broadcasted live. Just depends how scheduling goes. But now back to the baseball.
Top of the 5th inning, and there is a new pitcher on the mound for the Royals, I believe.
Indeed, there is a new pitcher. Not the one who warmed up. It's Connor McGow. His first pitch of the game misses high, 1-0 count. So Porter leaves the game with 3 Ks to his name after 4 innings of work. The pitch. Signed to the right side and foul. Will it hit the shed? It will not hit the shed.
So McGow's in the game, and he leads the Royals. He's been extremely efficient. We'll review his stats after this pitch.
Miss off plate, 2-1 count.
McGow, 8 innings pitched so far this season. He's got 8 strikeouts, 1 walk, just 5 hits allowed, and a 0.88 earned run average.
Impressive. Fouled into the glove. A wee 2-2 count.
McGow, just a sophomore.
2-2 count. Can he get a big out number 1? Just off the plate.
He tried to frame that one. Couldn't get the call.
So right now, here's the situation. With a walk, you can have a courtesy runner. Holy Name, their leading runner on the air, if I'm not mistaken, is in the dugout in Cameron Ragazzo. He has no hat on. He's getting ready to go just in case. There comes the helmet.
Here's the payoff pitch.
The big one. Loses him. Is it Cameron Ragazzo time? He looks to Coach Macetta. He asks the courtesy run. He's going to wait. Come on, Joe.
So McGow loses the batter rather, only his 2nd walk of the season.
Yep, and there goes Cameron Ragazzo over to first base.
You've seen these namers in action. How many games do you think you've broadcast now across all the sports? Do you keep track?
We gotta be near 100. It has to be near 100, but I don't know. Last year was in the 60s. This year alone is probably in the 60s.
Nate, I often wonder when you do your homework.
It gets done.
Good for you.
I have no clue how my GPA went up this year. No clue. We're nearing the home stretch, though. AP exams are coming up. Where's AP broadcast? I can use my 5.
I know. That one is not available. Leadoff runner.
AP stats is the closest thing, and no. Throwback. Not in time. That's a welcome to the game for Cameron Ragazzo. Ragazzo, speedy on the base path, has willed this team to some extra runs via his speed. Up another throwback. He's in time once again.
Certainly has McGow's attention. Svet's the batter.
But let's just look at this for a second. A genius decision for Coach to put him into pinch run as this one's chopped to the right side. A throw from McGow is in time. Ragazzo now in scoring position. But if you look at it, he goes in as a courtesy run. What does that mean? He can re-enter the game.
He can. And now he's at second on the sacrifice bunt.
Can Humanek tie the game? Or at least move along the runner? You don't have Regazzo's steal. Don't get me wrong, their speed. You don't test Weehee's arm.
No, he's in scoring position now. You just need to knock him in if you're the Namers. And Humanek's got a single. He's 1 for 2 on the day.
He needs another one right here, or at least something to move him along with Don Marchetta waiting in the wings.
Or did he walk last time up?
Walked his last time.
So he's 1 for 1, been on base twice.
Fouled away, nothing in 1 count. Humanek going into today batting .225, well improved this week as he has really bounced back after a rough start. Humanek has come up clutch many times for his baseball team. Think last year in the playoffs, had the go-ahead RBI single against St. V's. The 0-1. So he missed on 1 outside as he lunges for it, now a 0-2 count.
So the book is closed on Porter's day on the mound. 4 innings pitched, 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned. 3 walks and 3 strikeouts for the Royals senior.
Solid work for him on the bump. It's an 0-2 count. McGow looking for a big out number 2. Does he get it?
No.
No, just held back.
Must have been just above the letters right there. It was certainly across the plate.
So Humanek with another life. Can he give the ball a ride? It's going to be a big take or cut, whatever he decides. It's a 1-2 count, the pitch. Sent into right field.
Could be trouble.
Foul.
Nope. Just behind it. Count hangs at 1 and 2.
He found green, just not the right green. If he can send that into right field and have a drop, he can get into 2. Regazzo will easily score. And then becomes Don Marchetta's time. With CVCA, if they can get out number 2, that would be a big momentum crusher. It's a big pitch once again. All these pitchers are big pitchers right now. The runner in scoring position that could tie the game.
In a 1-run game, the 1-2 coming.
McGow delivers. Misses off the plate. Now a 2-2 count. Humanek, that big take on the 0-2 has gotten him to this point. It is now a 2-2 count. Regazzo waiting on over at second base. McGow checks over the shoulder. Timely call by Humanek. He'll step out for a moment. I like the move.
Everybody up the front of the dugout on the Namers side. You can sense the momentum right here.
Everyone knows that they need this hit right now. It runs in.
And he's trying to buy the call.
It hit him. There we go. Humanek will reach at the hit by pitch. A hard 90.
Coach Herblay comes out to check the count. He did not realize he called a hit by pitch. Keels halfway over in disbelief. And now the Namers with a rally.
It was definitely close.
If it hit him, it just grazed the jersey. And Marchetto in with runners on first and second.
How does CVCA respond? That's the question. They need to respond with an out. Can't hold an aim, tie the ball game. Misses off. He always dangerous. Thought about the back pick. Humanek saw the last time.
Yep. Third at bat for Marchetta, or plate appearance. Strikeout and a walk.
To no 1 count, the pitch. Misses out the plate, 2-0 count. McGow starting to lose some command.
An uncharacteristic outing for the young sophomore, who came in with 8 strikeouts and just 1 walk on the season.
2-0.
And
finds it. He needed that pitch. He needed that get-right pitch.
He did. Marchetta from the left side. Hernandez playing deep at second.
In the on-deck circle, CVCA does not want to have a reality of bases loaded for him. The 2-1. So you missed. That was a good cut, but just low. Evens it up to 2-2. It'd be a big out to get, but an even bigger out in the on-deck circle.
One at a time, as they say. You got to get the first one.
I get the first to get to the second. Into the third. 2-2, one away, 2 on. 3-2, CVCA lead. A nice block by Weehee. The brick wall stands tall.
Ryan Weehee again. That's not going to show up in the box score, but he just saved runners moving into scoring position on that pitch.
If they win this game, you could argue that if Ward was a stat for high school, he would have an extra 1 added to the game.
He would. Big pitch coming up, full count.
Marchetta will take a second and step out.
You think they'll put the runners in motion here? 1 out?
No, you do not want to have a double play.
I hear you. You don't want to bat into that double play.
And knowing Weehee's arm, you don't want to give them the satisfaction of a throw out. A throw out to second. Is it in time? Not in time. Regazzo barely on in.
Arabidi was playing close there at shortstop, and that time the Royals trying to catch Regazzo sleeping at second.
That was an excellent idea. Just couldn't execute it.
Now the payoff pitch. Did he go? Strike 3 swinging.
Just cut on through. Holy name not happy with it, but it's out number 2.
That was going to be outside, ball 4. Marchetta headed to first, but he did offer, so 2 down.
I agree that was a swing.
And now a big pivotal point in the game. There's always one of these in every game, and Sastry up with runners on first and second, 2 for 2.
Potentially his last stops of the ball game, depending on how the next 2 innings go. The pitch. That's not the pitch to swing at. Nothing in 1.
He did offer. Tough pitch, high and inside.
Ishmael knew exactly when he cut that was not the swing he wanted to have.
He couldn't take it back. You're right. He didn't want it, but he did offer.
Miguel settling back on into this game. 2 on, 2 away.
Look out.
Goes back. Regazzo will go. Bounces. Weehee the throw. It's over the head, but caught on over at 3. That saves a run.
That was behind Sastry on the pitch, a wild offering. And Weehee almost threw it into left field.
If that was in the left field, that would have been one awful way to give up the tying run from someone who's had an excellent game thus far. So now the job becomes that much easier for Sastry.
It was a nice play at third by Jacob Lancey, who's in there now with McGow on the mound. Saved that run.
McGow will come set to 1-1 on Sastry, the pitch. Nice curve, finds the corner, 1-2 count.
Big moment right here for Holy Name.
If they're gonna take the lead, it's now. Ragone getting warm in the dugout, ready to go back on the mound. Hopes to have a 1-run lead to his name. Right now it's a 1-run deficit. The 1-2. Almost hit Sastry in the head. I would argue that would be more beneficial for CVCA to hit him than Holy Name.
We want to see Sastry hit.
Would not want to see that, but you also don't want to see him have an opportunity to take another cut. It's all the way around. The pitch. Right in the zone, gets Sastry to freeze for out number 3 to retire the side. A big strikeout there from McGow.
And a huge squander for Holy Name. The Namers with a chance right there. They may look back on that missed opportunity, but we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Royals leading 3-2.
9 then top for the Royals in the home half of the 5th inning. The pivotal time in this game. CVCA, they lead by 1 courtesy of a strong first inning. But Holy Name came dangerously close to taking the lead once again. But an excellent job on the mound for the Royals, courtesy of Connor McGow.
McGow pitched out of trouble, and now the Royals will try and answer and respond to the bottom of the 5th inning.
Regardless of pitching well, 46 pitches in. Here's pitch 47. Finds the zone. Nothing in 1 count to begin this at bat on Wershing. 0 for 1 on the day with the ground out over to Joe Svets. So that one went right through Ragon's legs. 0-1 count. Here comes the delivery.
Look out.
Almost clips him.
Ragon has been cruising since that first inning.
7 straight retired. Definitely a 1-1 count, not 0-2. There we
get it right on the scoreboard.
The pitch. Nice curve. Now it should be 1-2.
They called it a ball.
Oh.
The umpire did not motion a strike. That must have just missed.
Interesting to see where he said that one missed. It was right there, but nonetheless, it's a 2-1 count.
The 2 umpires in the broadcast booth had it as a strike. Did that go behind him?
Yes, it did.
So both pitchers thrown behind the batters in the last inning. Neither intended.
So 3-1 count. Top of the lineup, due up next. Here comes Ragon, 3-1. Smoked into left. Foul.
Got ahead of it. Caught in the bullpen by the Royals.
For those keeping score, that did have the distance for a home run.
That's a banana ball out right there.
There you go. Trying to see where the line's drawn, maybe just shy. I feel like, I don't know how far left field is, maybe 5 feet in, at worst.
All right, 3-2.
It's a big payoff pitching coming here for Joey Ragon. Can he get out number 1? Here comes the delivery. Yes, he can. Gets Wershing to cut right on through for out number 1 and K number 4 on the afternoon. That is the 8th straight Royal retired in a row. And here's a tail of the tape for Joey Ragon. The first time to the lineup, 1K. The second time, 3. Only 1 hit that time around as well.
He has certainly found his stride on the mound through 4 1/3.
The last Royal to reach, Julian Hernandez, 1 for 2 on the day, steps back in. I'll have a 1-0 count to work with now. So after Hernandez, it goes back to Kyle Shaw, who's also 1 for 2. A lot of Royals today, 1 for 2.
Nemeth shading a little bit to left field in center.
Not a bad idea considering that Hernandez started the home half of the first with a fly out in Frank's direction.
Hernandez ahead 2-0.
Regardless, he's to settle on back in. It's a 2-0 count, 1 away. Here comes the delivery. Spiked into the ground. Now a 3-0 count.
He overthrew that one, and now he's behind 3-0. As you said, he's going to settle himself right back down.
Point A needs to keep this a 1-1 game going into the 6th after how close they came in that last inning.
Absolutely. They did certainly squander an opportunity. They want to certainly try and retire the Royals again here and stay close.
Ragon's hat falls down, but he loses them. So Hernandez, the last Royal to reach, courtesy of Ragon, reaches again. And now, still no action in the bullpen. But I'd be surprised to see some. Torzillo pitched yesterday. He was a scratch from the lineup today along with Garrett Nemec. He's going into today. I told you it was Garrett Nemec on the mound, as that was supposed to happen.
Yeah, the change happened about 15 minutes before the start of the game.
That was Torzillo's change. I believe Nemec came around 8:30. Pitch.
Correct.
And I believe going into the Hopen game a couple weeks ago, Ragon was originally scratched and then put back in the lineup.
That was pitch number 50 for Ragon. Certainly, he's got the arm to go further. We'll see if he has the control.
Runner goes. Sank, no contest, a stolen bag for Hernandez.
No throw. Hernandez now at second.
So 1-1 count. Ragone doing his best to keep things settled. After the frustrating first inning, scoreless since.
5th stolen base of the year for Hernandez.
So now 1-1 count. Shaw has a chance to give the Royals a 2-run advantage. Ragone checks over his shoulder and will deliver.
Nice job framing that pitch.
I was going to say.
So now Shaw has to protect with a 1-2 count. First base open.
Weehee in the on-deck circle for the Royals. It's a big pitching coming from Ragone. Ground ball right back to Ragone, snags it, keeps it down, and throws it over to Sastry. If anything on that play, the fact that he snagged it down prevented the runner from moving up.
Great job fielding his position in the box there. That was going right up the middle, and Ragone completed the motion, got into the fielding position, knocked the ball down, and made it a simple 1-3 retirement of the batter. Huge play right there for the Namers, now 2 down.
Now big batter here. 0 for 1 in the day, but Weehee, he could be arguably called Mr. Clutch for these Royals. Missed ball that time as it curves on low, 1-0 count.
He popped out to the first baseman last time at an inside-out pitch. And you're right, Weehee has the only home run for the Royals this season. He has power, and that wind is still blowing out to center.
I mean, you've seen some Royals get close. There is some action in their bullpen. Ragone will come set on the bump, checks over his shoulder a couple times and delivers the 1-0. This is low, 2-0 count.
Hitters count now 2-0 for Ryan Weehee.
Ravelli in the on-deck circle getting ready to go.
3:33 coming into the game with 12 runs batted in.
Here comes the 2-0. Sent into left field. Frank goes to get it. Scoops it up. It's a base hit. Rounding is Hernandez. He will score. It's a 2-out RBI single for Ryan, Mr. Clutch Weehee. It's a 4-2 Royals lead.
Frank just could not get in fast enough on that. It was dropping fast, and it dropped right in front of him for Weehee. He pulled it into left field, and a big clutch hit for Ryan Weehee. He's already had an outstanding game in the field. Now he's got to run batted in to add to his tally for the afternoon.
And now here comes Nicky Ravelli for his third cuts. 1 for 2 on the day with an RBI single back in the first. That got the game underway. Throw back to first, not in time. Sastry will apply the tag well late.
Big insurance run right there for the Royals, who are into their bullpen already.
Definitely needed that run. The pitch. Runs in, now a 1-0 count. The runner at first base, would not be surprised to see them be aggressive and have them steal. We're back on here in top of the 6th. It's a 4-2 ball game. Pulling aim trailing a 1-0 count to begin this at-bat on Nick Nemeth.
Connor McGow back on the bump for the Royals. His second inning of work.
The pitch. Does it hit him? I think he just got out of the way.
He jumped out of the way of it, right to the backstop. 2-0.
They're asking if it hit him. I don't think it did. We should be back on. It appears on our end we are back on. It's a 2-0 count. Here comes the pitch from McGaw. Dead ball. He tried getting away from it, it looks like.
You could hear that go off the bat.
Now they're
The
saying
Royals, no, they're giving him the base, and Coach Herblay coming out.
I feel like it is. He tried pulling back.
He's saying that the batter swung, which regardless of whether it hit him, and they are going to call it a strike.
Oh.
So what if it hit bat? It also, I think, maybe hit him in the hand. But regardless of whether it hit the batter, when you offer at it at a swing, it's a strike. And so that's the call on the play. So the home plate umpire originally ruled hit by pitch and the runner took the base, but the umpire in the field on the check ruled it a swing. So it's a 2-ball, 1-strike count.
Let's go, Nick.
And now some action going in his bullpen. It'll be Frankie Germano warming up. Here comes the pitch from McGall. Finds the zone. 2-2.
So we'll see.
McGall does a nice job settling back in.
Yeah, we'll see if he can get out of this, and if he can, it's a big first out.
It's tanked into left field. It's going back even further, and it is good! A solo shot for Nick Nemeth, his first career. Welcome back, Nick. It is a one-run ball game. Santa Maria.
Way to make a pay, Nick.
The entire Holy Name dugout clears out to greet Nemeth at home plate. He put a charge in that. We've said all day the wind's been blowing out, and he sent that into the parking lot here at CVCA.
Had to give a little ode to Matt Vasgersian on that. It was smoked.
Great call, by the way. That is on the calls of the week.
His first career home run for Holy Name. It was beautiful.
And what that means is we're back to a one-run ball game. And still nobody out here in the top of the 6th inning.
First pitch checked. But wow, that was a tater from Nick Nemeth. It's an 0-1 count now on Preisel. Here's the pitch from McGall. So now I think CVCA's coach might want to go back out there and give him first base.
He probably does.
Here's the 1-1. Sent up the gut and will be caught out in center. Wershing goes right to it. For out number 1, I believe.
Yes. Out number 1 it is. That ball hung up there. Wershing had time to range over to his right and come in and make the catch.
So now that last inning proving even more pivotal than you would think.
We did say it was an important insurance run. Royals still leading by 1.
The pitch misses off. 1-0 count to get this at bat on Frank.
If you're just joining us, Holy Name got on the board first in the first inning for a 1-0 lead. The Royals responded with 3 and have led the rest of the way, but it's been close throughout.
Finds his on 1-1, and we'll have a pinch hit towards Zidlow's arm. Made him a scratch over at second earlier. His arm now seems to be okay. He's going to go on to swing. 1-1. Misses low, 2-1. I mean, sometimes you just can't throw.
Yeah.
A lot of injuries with arms. They can come back to swing well before they can go back to throw. 2-1. Swing and a on 1 in the zone. Evens it up at 2-2. And you can hear one of the coaches saying, we need that energy we just had in that home run. And he's not wrong.
2-2 to Frank.
Runs in. Oh! Oh!
Strike 3 called in the inside corner. And a big out for Connor McGow.
Actually, the cha-cha slide to get out of the way, and it's a strike. Oh! That's why we're up here.
The home plate umpire did not hesitate. And now a pinch hitter.
Seems like the ump trying to get out here to have Holy Name and CVCA fans at his car. To be fair, what game is that not the case? It's 2-away for towards Zidlow. Sank in the on-deck circle. 1 run earned this inning, courtesy of Nick Nemeth. And Holy Name find the tying run. It's a ball. I thought that one was a strike. Look at that. It's a 1-0 count. The pitch.
2-0, just outside.
Very interesting top of the 6th inning, to say the least. Here comes the 2-0. Almost hits him.
Now 3-0. 265 for Torzillo. No home runs. 5 run batted in.
Good take. It's a 4-pitch walk. Towards Zidlow will jog on over to first.
He will head out to the mound, or will he?
And now it'll be a pinch hit here.
So he will head out to the mound, convene with his pitcher McGow. You mentioned a pinch hitter coming up.
And no one better to do so than Danny Stibley. He's been hitting pretty well this year. I believe batting .294, one of the better averages on the team, if not the best average on the team.
5 hits in 17 at bats. He's got 2 runs batted in.
Part of the legendary Stibley family at Holy Name. Plenty of Stibleys. if you go to a sporting event, you can basically just throw a dart anywhere. There's going to be a Stibley in that vicinity. So it looks like there will be a pitching change right now for the Royals.
Yep, McGow's day is done. 1 2/3. He's responsible for the runner at first, gave up the home run.
So now we'll step aside. 4-3 CVCA leads. Holy Name knocking on the door. All right, we're back on at CVCA. It is Luke Wiggers, the senior, on the pitch for the Royals. Danny Stibley, the pinch hitter for the Green Wave. Runner at first, 2 away.
The Royals deep into their bullpen, 5th appearance on the season for Wiggers. 7 innings pitched, 8 runs given up, 8 strikeouts, 5 walks, and 8.00 earned run average.
You're my favorite ginger might be the best thing ever said out of that dugout. It's popped up in no man's land, called over at short by, I believe it is Harabedian.
Harabedian,
there we go. Hard one to pronounce, but retires the side. We go into the home half of the 6th. It'll be Frankie Germano on the pitch for the Green Wave. They get 1 back, but still trail 4-3. Home half of the 6th inning at CVCA. John Harabedian, the shortstop, up for his third cuts. 1 for 2 on the day. We've said it for the last 2 innings. It's a pivotal time.
It is. New pitcher on the mound.
It's Frankie Germano. His first career varsity appearance on the mound came on Wednesday in a 10-0 win over Garrett Morgan, as he was one of 3 pitchers to combine for a no-hitter. Him, along with Garrett Nemec, who was scratched from the start today, and Nick Nemeth, who had the home run in the top of the 6th, combined for it. A sophomore trifecta got the job done over the Falcons.
So both teams with no-hitters this week.
Actually, going into today, I done 2 broadcasts this week. I saw 2 no-hitters.
That is awesome.
One was from softball. Shout out Reagan Favreau, 11 Ks in the win over Valley Forge, and they won last night over Valley Forge as well. There's a bee right by us, too.
Yeah, I think he's going to just visit and go on his way. So the day is done for Ragone. 5 innings pitched, 5 hits, 4 runs, 3 of them earned, 5 strikeouts and 2 walks. He had 68 pitches, 40 of them for strikes today. Nice outing for him.
Very good one for him. Going into next week, another grueling part of the schedule. Here's the 2-1 from Germano. It's sent, skied, it's shallow. Nemeth calls it, snags it for out number 1.
It's a big out there, retiring Harabedian for the Royals, getting the first out under his belt.
And now,
Germano.
Now here comes the pitcher. So far today, 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out to Ragone.
Wigger started the day in right field, now he's pitching.
Skies are starting to get a little cloudy. There's still another game after this. I believe it's a JV game. The pitch. Smoked into the ground, 1-0 count.
Matt Porter is still the pitcher of record for the Royals. He is in line for the win if they can hang on.
And then that would give Wiggers the chance for the save.
Correct.
The 1-0 from Germano. Jusmus is off, evens it up. If the result holds, the losing pitcher would be Joey Ragone.
Now, there's still plenty to be decided here.
And unfortunately, if you gave Ragone the losing pitcher, as you said, only 3 earned runs. Don't think it hit Sank, but it hit the
It
Still
hit
a ball.
the shin guard of the umpire. Into the backstop. Connor McGow retrieves it. He was in the on-deck circle. And right back to Germano.
The bee doing a lot more than visiting.
That's a big bumblebee. He's just kind of visiting.
He's just put me in, coach. This is well.
Wiggers draws a walk. Yes, sorry about that. We'll talk over you there.
And now CVCA, with 1 away, has someone on. And now here comes Connor McGow.
And we'll see if the Royals continue to try and test the arm of Zonk. They've got a pinch runner going in for Wiggers.
I don't mind the move. Get a courtesy run.
In to run. Number 19.
There you go, the unnamed. Probably a JV call-up.
Let's see if we can get a update on that in Game Changer.
Germano will come set. Peers on over at first and delivers. Misses up. 1-0 count to begin this at bat on Connor McGow. So far today, 0 for 2 with flyouts to both Frank and Nemeth in left and center, respectively. Germano checks and delivers the 1-0. In the zone, the back throw is not in time, scooped up by Sastry. Sastry's played a nice game himself. He might get one last chance to get some cuts and redeem himself for the last inning.
I think we're going to see him.
It's a 1-1 count. Here comes the pitch. Misses off, 2-1 count. Sastry along with Anthony Messina both transferred on over from St. Ignatius after last year, and around out the trifecta of Ignatius transfers, Josh Kell transferred over a couple of years ago. Skips past Sank. That's a big stolen bag, or on the pass ball, I should say.
Advancing on the pass ball, definitely. Now the Royals with a runner in scoring position, again looking for an insurance run. Got one last inning, and that proved pivotal when the Namers got their first home run of the season.
So both teams each have a homer. A home run here for the Royals would about end this contest. The pitch. Another walk.
Royals trying to rally here.
And now Cal will sprint to the bullpen. Should Ragone have been kept in?
First at bats for Lancey, who came into the game. Jacob Lancey for the Royals.
I mean, I get obviously with the pitches, us pitching out the pitcher, but I feel like you should have let Ragone ride in this inning.
Well, Lancey at the plate, 292. No home runs. 2 runs batted in. He's a sophomore.
So once again, in the meantime, Josh Kell warming up in the Holy Name bullpen.
The runner at second is Zach Anderson for CVCA.
0-1 count now to begin this at-bat.
Anderson, a freshman, hauled in a touchdown pass against Tuslaw this past year. And some mop-up action for the Royals, who were up big in that game.
The 0-1. Finds the corner, 0-2 count. Germano starting to settle in. And now we'll see another pinch hitter in the on. Next, our goal, Evan Wenzel taking some cuts. Here comes the 0-2. Goes past Sank. Runners will both advance into scoring position.
That is the last thing you wanted as a Holy Name fan right there.
And Ragone, you can see his frustration in the dugout watching on. Corners being called in.
The entire infield will come into the lip of the grass. With 1 down, they'll try and cut down the runner at the plate on a sharp hit ball in the infield.
You just can't have a pass ball here. Nice block from Sank. Keeps it in front of him. It's a 2-2 count. That's huge for Holy Name. It's the little things in this game.
It is.
That's going to make the difference.
Anderson, the runner, leading off third. He's the insurance run. 1 down. The 2-2 pitch coming.
Germano deals it. Blocked.
And the scoreboard said 3 and that's 2 and 2. The umpire had it 3 and 2, and so that's a walk. The scoreboard was 1 pitch behind. So Ducks are on the pond for the pinch hitter, Evan Wenzel.
So even Holy Name's dugout had 3.
Wenzel appearing in his 8th game right now for the Royals. He's got 5 hits and 14 at-bats.
And as well, we also had 2-2 here. I believe it was a 3-pitch walk. What did Game Changer say?
Well, that's a good question.
If Game Changer had it too, then all books had it.
All right, we're looking back at Game Changer. Game Changer is not up to date. We're a little behind. The walk is going to stand, though. Wenzel at the plate. Bases loaded.
That could prove costly if it was indeed a 3-pitch walk. But if anything, I feel like the benefits only if it's a sharp hit ball.
Infield still in.
The pitch from Germano. Swing and miss. Nice cut. That can't make contact.
Big cut by Wenzel.
You don't need anything crazy. All he needs to do is look in left field, look in right field. That beautiful triangle made by Humanek, that's left field and right fielder, and as well by Svets, Marchetta, and Nemeth. Find that little green grass. You're up 6-3. It's as simple as that. You don't need a big poke. If anything, a big poke could potentially be a flyout. Misses off, evens up at 1-1.
Wenzel, another one of the CVCA sophomores.
Pitch from Germano. Swing and miss on one outside. Now a 1-2 count.
Here comes a big, big pitch for the pitcher, Germano.
Holy Name's averaging, allowing just under 6 runs per game this year. It's sent into right field. There's the green grass of no man's land. Marchetto launches the play at the plate. It is not time. It skips past Sank. It's a 5-3 ball game, courtesy of an RBI single from Evan Wenzel.
Closer than it might have been otherwise. Anderson hesitated, waiting to see if that was going to be caught. He was running back to tag up, and when it dropped, he had to sprint home and just beat the ball home for the 5th run of the afternoon for the Royals, and the bases remain loaded.
And now here comes Julian Hernandez. A base hit, a walk, a stolen bag, and a flyout to his name. As you said, bases remain loaded, 1 away. Holy Name trailing by 2. And maybe by more.
Not yet. Too
Foul.
far foul. Too much in front of it.
A grand slam would end this game. Then if he had the grand slam, then CVCA would be playing for the run rule.
I think they're just trying to get a ball in play with the bases loaded, just 1 out. But you are correct. That would remove all doubt. Squealing of tires behind us.
Boss has some questionable driving behind us.
There was an accident in front of the school yesterday afternoon. I'll tell you, when school lets out with Walsh across the street and CVCA here, it is a traffic jam.
Now, I believe a 1-1 count, assuming the board is right.
I believe that it is.
1-1, still 1 away, bases loaded, CVCA leading by 2. Here comes the pitch.
That gets away.
It's, everyone stays.
Couple of drops of rain starting to come down. We've gotten away with nice weather after the big storms this afternoon. Only a couple of drops. Hopefully it stays away from us. There was a chance of showers around 1 o'clock. More to our north.
As well for the game after, too. Misses up, 3-1 count.
And the forecast for after looked pretty good. It was just a chance of a brief shower right about now. So the meteorologists have been correct so far, and hopefully they will continue to be so. Right now, Germano in a hole, in a big bind, 3-1.
It's a big pitch. Infield still in. Can the sophomore get a big strike? Yes, he can. Cuts right on through. And now a big payoff pitch. Could this be the biggest pitch of the game thus far?
It may be the biggest pitch of Germano's career.
It most likely is the biggest pitch of Germano's career. Here's the payoff pitch. Strike 3 on 1 outside. Gets Hernandez to chase for out number 2.
That was a huge swing and a miss as he gets Hernandez.
Way to battle, young buck.
Kyle Shaw comes up. The infield goes back to their normal depth now with 2 down. Base is still loaded for the Royals with 1 in here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
If you can keep this at 5-3, Holy Name, you're going to have to live with it. Not ideal. You wanted 4-3. 5-3 is realistically, I would say, the upper echelon of what they can come back from. Pitch. Nice curve on in. Nothing in 1 count.
A beautiful curveball by the southpaw.
But if you look at Holy Name this season, they've not really played a blowout. They played like 2 blown out games. That's it. 13-0 and 8-2. Everything else has been within 4 runs of their 12 losses. They play every team tough. It's skied in the infield. Chimena calls it off. The senior retrieves it on over in center for out number 3 to retire the side. But not before the Royals plate 1. We go into the top of the 7th. Holy Name has the top of the lineup due up. It's do or die for the green and white. Vets, Humanick, Marchetta, Pulling Ames, last three helps. They trail by 2 in the top of the 7th. First pitch of the inning finds the corner, nothing in 1 count. Luke Wiggers looking for the save this afternoon. It's been a back and forth game. 2 runs in the 5th and 6th combined for CVCA have been the difference in this game. Now an 0-2 count on Svets, the freshman. Big at bat for this young man. Misses off the plate, 1-2 count.
You could hear Wiggers on the mound there. An audible exhale.
Just trying to pump through this inning and end it. Drop third. Weehee throws on over to Ravelli for out number 1.
Big strikeout to get the inning started for Wiggers.
That'll be his first K.
Royals looking for their 10th straight victory and looking to remain undefeated in the state of Ohio. 2 outs away.
Now here comes Humanick. The tying run in the on-deck circle. You got to start somewhere, though. The pitch from Wiggers. Thought about it, but didn't offer. That'd be a good one to take a cut at. Nothing in 1 count.
You want to get Humanick on because Marchetta's on next. You want to try and have runners on and get to Sastry.
The 0-1. There's another exhale, misses outside this time. 1-1. A 1-1. Nice in. 1-2 count.
Painted the outside corner.
Luke Winger starting to feel the rain, just wants to end this game. Here comes the 1-2. Fouled away. Humanick will see another pitch.
He hung back on that. That was a pitch to hit. Just missed it.
Almost a banana ball out from Marchetta.
Weehee with his first errant throw of the afternoon, I think.
We had one other one clip off the glove on
I
third.
think you are correct.
Otherwise, been a really good game for him.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Big pitch from Wiggers. Misses. 2-2 count. Not taking much time between these pitches.
There it is.
Finds the zone. Gets Humanick to freeze. Cue the final countdown.
Dom Marchetta, the last hope for the Namers, steps in from the left side. You're right.
You got to get him on and give Sastry a chance to cut. The pitch. Misses off 1-0 count. The rain's starting to turn a little bit more pellet-like.
Yeah, this is the heaviest. It's not really heavy rain at all, but the most it's rained all afternoon.
Any rain is heavy rain with equipment.
This is absolutely true.
Once again, press box will be very nice. I know you want your upgrade on the football field. The 2-0. 3-0. Hello. Marchetta will have to go and step out of the box.
Chin music right there.
And J.R. Sastry waiting in the on-deck circle. He's getting ready to go. If there is a man locked in more than he is right now, I would love to see it.
Hey, he's got to get his chance.
Because this man is locked in. Look at him.
A 4-pitch walk for Marchetta. Does his job, gets on. And the tying run comes to the plate.
And here he comes, Ishmael J.R. Sastry. 2 for 3 on the day. An RBI, a single, and struck out looking his last time up.
If you are Luke Wiggers, you want to just allow the ball to be put in play and trust your defense. Sastry can't beat you here. He can tie it. But you don't want to have another 4-pitch walk, which he just had to Marchetta.
With Nick Nemeth, the home run hitter in the on-deck circle. The pitch. They gave it.
He did.
Oh!
We are just offset from home plate here, so.
Maybe it clipped it, maybe. It's an 0-1 count. Wiggers sets and delivers. Same spot, this one's a ball.
I think it was just a few more inches outside. We had tried to frame that one a little bit more.
So 1-1 count. Here comes the delivery. That was the pitch.
A ball and 2 strikes now.
Luke Wiggers, the 2-sport athlete. Can he complete the CVCA win and improve to 10-0 in the state of Ohio? The 1-2 pitch in the dirt outside, evens it up at 2-2 on J.R. Sastry. One swing of the bat can really change this game, but one closing of the glove can end it.
Take the call away.
The 2-2. Popped up. Is it playable? No.
They'll need a new baseball as that one bounces into the stands, or not the stands, into the backyards down the right field line.
And a trend today has been CVCA pitchers tend to lose control when the ball has been changed. I believe it was Porter who took a couple seconds to kind of fix the baseball and still couldn't really get that good of a grip on it.
He did. Wiggers now 2-2.
2-2, 2 away. Wiggers to complete the game. Misses off at a 3-2 count. This is what movies are made of right here, the count. 3-2, 2 away, a chance to tie. One thing at a time.
Sastry just back in the lineup this week.
Came back on Thursday.
His big moment right here.
It's a 3-2 count, 2 away. Can Wiggers seal the win for the Royals? Yes, he can! Sastry cuts right on through, and that will end the game. The Royals stay perfect in Ohio, winning this ball game 5-3.
Great job by Wiggers and the Royals. The Namers put up a fight, but CVCA, another win today, 5-3.
And now your player of the game, brought to you by Keon Sports, Ryan Weehee. Is it really any question?
Ryan Rehe had a great game behind the dish today. Got a big hit, and the Royals victorious.
1 for 2, RBI, stolen bag. I believe his run ended up being the 5th one. So there you go. A big win today for the Royals. They're now 11-3 on the year going into the Orville game. Holy Name, they will take on Normandy Monday for senior night. To stay updated on all the games that we're covering, follow Holy Name Broadcasting on Instagram and Twitter. To stay updated on all Holy Name Sports, follow Holy Name Athletics on Instagram and Twitter. And follow subscribe here to Holy Name Athletics YouTube and put out push notifications to be notified when we go live as well. Subscribe to CVCA Livestream on YouTube. Go follow their social media accounts on Instagram and Twitter. Tim, I really appreciate you joining me here on what has been a little bit of a rainy day to end, but a great baseball game for both teams, really.
It's been a pleasure to join you and finally get together with you and get to watch a good baseball game and talk to the fans about it. Final line score, 5 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors for the Royals, 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Namers. And we'll let you wrap it up so we can get out of the ring and get your equipment and save it.
Big win today for the Royals. This has been Holy Name Broadcasting's coverage of Holy Name Baseball. I've been Nathan Smee. He's been Tim Nichols. Thank you for spending your Saturday morning, now afternoon with us. Have a good day, everyone, and go Namers.